My people, welcome back to Gist TV, the #1 home of premium Nollywood gist, mystery, and emotional waller that will keep your mind running like generator with no day off. If today not your first time for this channel, abeg click that subscribe button because the kind story we learn today no be waiting you go hear anywhere else. My returning family, une too much. Make we delve in. From the very moment Bryan Okwara came online earlier this morning, fans knew something was not right. The man looked unsettled, uncomfortable, like person we don't hold one heavy confession inside him for too long. His voice was low, his breathing unsteady, and his eyes carried that kind mixture of guilt, longing, and confusion that only comes when a man is fighting with something deeper than ordinary gossip. But nobody expected what came next. Because what Bryan revealed, what he boldly confessed in front of thousands of shocked fans, has now turned Nollywood, social media, and fan bases upside down. Even people that never follow Nollywood gist before are now rushing to catch up because the way this matter take explode no movie on its own. Before we continue, let's be honest, everybody knows Bryan Okwara as that calm, collected gentleman. He rarely enters scandals, he rarely talks too much, and even when bloggers drag him, the man they always keep quiet. Married man, father, respected actor. That was the image fans had. Until today. Everything started as a casual live session. Bryan said he wanted to clear his mind and speak his truth. Nobody knew that truth would involve Sonia Uche. Nobody knew his confession would drag marriage, emotions, respect, loyalty, and forbidden admiration into one explosive gist that the entire Nollywood space is now struggling to process. The moment he mentioned Sonia's name, fans started typing fast. Some were excited, some confused, some immediately suspicious. But Bryan didn't slow down. Instead, he took a deep breath and said the words that scattered everywhere. I need to say this once and for all. Sonia is the kind of woman I admire deeply, the kind of woman any man would want as a wife. Boom. Internet scatter. Comment section explode like firecracker thrown inside frying oil. People started shouting, "What do you mean by that? Bryan, are you okay? But you're a married man. Sonia again." Even those who didn't join the live ended up hearing the clip within minutes because fans started screen recording and spreading it like wildfire. The thing spread faster than gossip for Village Square. Bryan didn't stop there. Like a man who had bottled too much for too long, he kept talking. He explained how working with Sonia on set changed something in him. How her discipline, her quiet strength, the way she behaves on set, her humility and her work ethic left a deep impression on him. He talked about how she treats people with respect, how she carries herself with grace despite the storms she has faced. Then he shocked fans even more when he said, "Sometimes, you meet someone who reminds you of the kind of home you want, the kind of peace you desire, the kind of companionship you crave, even when life has already placed you somewhere else." Fans froze. Nobody was breathing again. Some fans accused him instantly. Some defended him. Some insulted him for being too honest as a married man. Some said he was disrespecting his wife publicly. Some said maybe his home has problems he hasn't spoken about. But the majority, they were simply in shock because this is the first time Bryan ever allowed the world to see him vulnerable, confused, and emotional over another woman who is not his wife. As he continued, he made a deeper confession that hit fans differently. He said there were days he found himself thinking too much about Sonia. Days when he questioned whether he was in the right emotional space. Days when he wondered why certain connections happen at the wrong time in life. Fans started saying, what does he mean by wrong time? Why is he saying this publicly? Does Sonia know? Does his wife know? What exactly is happening? But Bryan kept going. He said that the way fans constantly ship Sonia with every male actor made him jealous sometimes, not because he had a right to her, but because he admired her genuinely and wished he had met her in a different season of his life. That statement alone broke the internet like bad network during important phone call. He said Sonia represents something rare: peace, softness, loyalty, beauty, maturity, and industry respect. He said she is the kind of woman any man would proudly call his wife, the kind of woman who makes a man rethink his priorities and values. Then he paused, sighed deeply and said, If I wasn't married, I would have fought for her. My people, this one scattered table beyond repair. Immediately comments turned into chaos. Some said he was wrong for saying it because Sonia is already dealing with enough drama. Some said he should keep quiet because this confession will put her in trouble with fans and bloggers. Some said he was disrespecting his marriage. Some said maybe his marriage is broken already. Some said maybe he's speaking from a place of emotional honesty, not romantic intention. But the one thing everybody agreed on. This was the loudest confession Nollywood has had in a very long time. Social media entered frenzy mode instantly. Twitter, X, was burning. Instagram blogs were already posting with captions like, "What is going on?" Bryan Okwara shocks fans, Sonia Uche dragged into married man's confession. Some fans dragged Sonia, saying she should distance herself immediately to avoid backlash. Some defended her, saying Bryan's words had nothing to do with her. Some started blaming Pearl Watt and Maurice Sam, saying this is why Nollywood relationships are always complicated. Some even dragged Uche Nancy, as if she had anything to do with the confession. But the heavy part came when Bryan finally addressed the question that thousands of fans were typing every second. If you admire her like this, what about your wife? That question broke him. He swallowed hard, looked away, rubbed his forehead and said, "I love my wife. I love my family. But love doesn't stop a man from being human. Sometimes the heart recognizes something even when the timing is wrong." Boom again. Fans screamed online. Some said this is emotional cheating. Some said this is honesty. Some said he should have kept quiet. Some said he only said what many married men secretly feel but never admit. Others were simply stunned at how boldly he said everything. But the part that surprised fans the most was when he revealed why he felt the need to speak now. According to Bryan, rumors have been spreading about him and Sonia secretly seeing each other, texting too much, or planning something inappropriate behind the scenes. Bloggers have been twisting narratives, fans have been exaggerating things, and some people have been trying to drag Sonia into a scandal she didn't create. So Bryan decided to clear the air, not by denying admiration, but by explaining its boundaries. He said, "She has never done anything inappropriate. Never. She has never crossed any line, never encouraged anything, never given any wrong impression. The admiration is mine, not hers. I respect her too much to let lies destroy her name." This part touched many fans because it showed he was trying to protect her despite the chaos his confession already created. He explained that he doesn't want Sonia dragged for something she knows nothing about. He said she deserves peace, she deserves respect, she deserves her career without gossip overshadowing it. He ended by apologizing to his wife publicly, apologizing to fans, and apologizing to Sonia for any discomfort his honesty may cause. But even with the apology, fans were already in a storm of mixed emotions. Some said, "Why are Nollywood actors always dragging Sonia into drama? Why can't they let this girl breathe in peace? Every day Sonia this, Sonia that, make una leave this lady alone. Why must her name always trend because of men?" Others said, "This is the most respectful confession I've heard." Bryan was honest, painfully honest. He didn't disrespect the women involved, he only expressed his internal struggle. But the biggest question now dominating everywhere is, how will Sonia respond? Will she ignore? Will she release a statement? Will Uche Nancy step in? Will Bryan's wife react? Will bloggers keep twisting the matter into something deeper? Right now, the entire Nollywood community is watching closely because this confession has opened conversations about marriage, admiration, emotional honesty, boundaries, and the complicated world of celebrity relationships. What is clear is that Bryan Okwara has shaken the internet in a way nobody saw coming. And the consequences, both for him and for Sonia, are still unfolding. My people, what do you think? Did he go too far? Was he too honest? Did he disrespect his marriage? Or did he simply speak from a place of human vulnerability? Drop your thoughts below because this gist never finishes.